John chapter 18. And verse 28 through 40. Verse 28 through 40. I'll read this verse, just follow me as I read. Then led they Jesus from Caiaphas unto the hall of judgment, and it was early, and they themselves went not into the judgment hall, lest they should be defiled, but they might eat the Passover. Pilate then went out unto them and said, What accusation bring ye against this man? They answered and said unto him, If he were not a malefactor, we would not have delivered him up unto them. Then said Pilate unto them, Take ye him, and judge him according to your law. The judge therefore said unto him, It is not lawful for us to put any man to death, that the saying of Jesus might be fulfilled, which he spake, signifying what death he should die. Then Pilate entered into the judgment hall again, and called Jesus, and said unto him, Art thou the king of the Jews? Jesus answered him, Sayest thou this thing of thyself, or did others tell it thee of me? Pilate answered, Am I a Jew? Thine own nation and the chief priests have delivered thee unto me. What hast thou done? Jesus answered, My kingdom is not of this world. If my kingdom were of this world, then would my servants fight, that I should not be delivered to the Jews. But now is my kingdom not from hence. Pilate therefore said unto him, Art thou a king then? Jesus answered, Thou sayest that I am a king. To this end was I born, and for this cause came I into the world, that I should bear witness unto the truth. Every one that is of the truth heareth my voice. Pilate saith unto him, What is truth? And when he had said this, he went out again unto the Jews, and said unto them, I find in him no fault at all. But ye have a custom that I should release unto you one of the Passover. Will ye therefore that I release unto you the King of the Jews? Then cried they all again, saying, Not this man, but Barabbas. Now Barabbas was a robber. I'll be preaching this morning on the subject, What is truth? Taken from verse 38. So pay attention to that. Verse 38 is an important text for our study this morning. Let's pray. Heavenly Father, thank you for this passage of the Scripture. Thank you, Lord, for your word. Thank you, Lord, for your Christians and children who are listening and watching, and members of Metropolitan Bible Baptist Church, and also those coming from other countries. I pray, God, that you may open their hearts and their minds, that they will be able, Lord, to understand this message and learn the principles that are embedded in this passage. What is truth? That is very important today, Lord. Many of us don't know the truth. That is why even Pilate, who seemed to be, not only that he is a government official, but he is also going to have an authority about the crucifixion of the Lord Jesus Christ. He doesn't know the truth. And many of us, Lord, don't know the truth. Help us, Lord, to have that discernment, open our hearts and our minds, and give us wisdom that we'll be able, Lord, to learn what is truth. Lord, I pray that you may get all the glory, praise, and thanksgiving for this. You may increase, Lord, and I must decrease. And if there is anyone, Lord, who is listening, who do not have assurance of salvation, please, Lord, open his heart and his mind through your Holy Spirit, speak to him, Lord, that he needs to get saved. He needs to repent of his sin and believe on the Lord Jesus Christ and be saved. I pray, O God, that you may help us now to focus to the preaching of the Word of God. And I commit all these things to you in accordance to your will. In the name of Jesus Christ I pray. Amen. What is trust? Now this is very important question for thousands of years. All the people, including from the intellectuals and those educated people, have been asking what is trust. Now Pilate started asking that question. What is trust? And before Pilate, this is a good theme. This is a theme of the Greek people, the Greek philosophers, and it was Plato who asked. Plato lived before Pilate. It was Plato that asked what is trust, and he was able to answer that. And Pilate cannot answer the question. That is why he asked Jesus Christ, what is trust? And it's very important because we are guided by the trust. Without the trust, we are meaningless. We have no meaning. Our lives are meaningless. We have no purpose in life. We have nothing. We are just as chemicals. We are just as accidents. We are just as random things in this world. But because there is trust, there is meaning, and it's very important what trust is. According to Plato, trust cannot come into the form of a man if it has never seen the trust. That is what he said. And he said that trust is the reality that transcends the external world of the senses and is something that must be seen by the soul, which is also a remembering of our divine origin. See, if you analyze that statement, that is the statement of a Christian. Plato is a pagan. He is not a Christian, but he believes that trust is of divine origin. This will defeat any Baptist. There are Baptists that doesn't know what truth is. But Plato knows it has a divine origin. Wow! And that is why many philosophers say that Plato is a Christian. No, he is not. But he has a philosophy of a Christian. Some of them, not all of them. That is why some Christians love philosophy of Plato. Because there are lots of ideas that Plato said about Christianity. And one of those is about trust. Trust, according to Plato, has a divine origin. And that is why he's the one who philosophized that reality is actually idealistic. That means it is spiritual. It's not material. But it has something to do with the truth, because he believes that truth is of divine origin. It started from God. It started by the Trinity. I don't know where he got it, but I believe he was influenced by some Christians at the time and during his time. But let us look now at the verse. That is an introduction. I'm not going to preach on that point. I'm going to preach and stick to the verse, to the passages. To the passage that I have read. The verses that I'm going to concentrate and focus is on those verses where Jesus was asked and he answered the question. So I'm going to concentrate on those verses where he speaks directly from his mouth. So what is trust? It is very important that we need to know what is trust. You might be saying to me, you are seeing me on online. I am not true because you see me on your screen. You cannot touch me, you cannot smell me, but you can hear me. You can hear my voice. You can see me. See? truth is what? Transcendent. You know what transcendent? That is a big word for Christians. What is transcendent? Okay? Transcendent means surpass. It surpasses the material world. It surpasses material things. It is over and above what the material world is seeing. That is transcendent. Okay? Now, my point here is derived when I describe the truth is in the acronym of truth, which is T-R-U-T-H. That is why my number one point is T. Transcendent. Transcendent means divine. It's beyond manipulation. Truth cannot be manipulated. If it is divine, God holds the key. God has the key. You cannot know the truth not until God keys it in. That is why many Christians are wondering why they cannot know the truth. Many Christians are still asking what is the truth. Pilate cannot know the truth despite the fact that he was actually in confrontational, he was in front of the truth. Jesus Christ was the truth, but he didn't know the truth. Pilate. Why? Because he needs to have that discernment from God. Truth is transcendent. It's divine. And it is spiritual. Truth is spiritual. It is idealistic. You cannot see it. You cannot see the truth. Jesus is the truth. You cannot see him now. You can only see him according to the descriptions of the scriptures. You can see him by faith. Faith is spiritual. Faith is idealistic. Faith is divine. That is why many realistic people cannot trust Jesus. The atheists cannot trust Jesus because they are realistic. They are not idealistic. They cannot have faith because faith is idealistic and faith is divine. That is transcendent. Look at what he said. Verse 36. Let us go to the verse now. My kingdom is not of this world. Look at that. That is divine. His kingdom is spiritual. His kingdom is not in this world. It's not of this world. That is transcendent. He was saying that truth is transcendent. I am transcendent. It's beyond manipulation. You can only, the one that is crucified was the body of Jesus Christ. They were not able to crucify the deity of Christ. That is why we have a God that can be trusted. Because his divinity, his deity was untouched. Because you cannot manipulate, human beings cannot manipulate the truth. They cannot, because it is outside of our dimension. It is outside of our reach. It's beyond, it is transcendent. That's the meaning of transcendent. Beyond your reach. Beyond, it is better, it is actually a blessing that truth is transcendent. Do you know why? Human beings are very notorious of manipulating things. Had human beings have the reach of truth, they have already manipulated. Look at the King James Bible. We have lots of versions today. They have manipulated the King James Bible to suit what they want, to suit their desire. But don't you know, even if they will reach and manipulate this King James Bible, there is a copy of the King James Bible in heaven. They cannot manipulate the truth. That is why it is transcendent. Not only that it is divine, not only it is spiritual because it says, if my kingdom were of this world. That is a supposition. If my kingdom were of this world, what? What happened in verse 36? Then would my servants fight. Wow. But his kingdom is not of this world, it's spiritual. So his servant do not need to fight. That is why Christians, we are in pandemic now, we have no weapon. It is not our job to fight the government. It is not our job to fight communism. It's not our job to, to hate authorities. Because our job, the truth is beyond our reach. It's transcendent. What we can do is pray that God is the one to do it for us. And God uses human instruments. And that is the time that we obey if God says in the scriptures that we need to. Transcendent. And then it is not only spiritual, it's not divine, it is secure. Then would my servants fight that I should not be delivered to the just. Do you know it is a big security? We need security in our lives. You know, if truth is not secure, we are in trouble. We have no salvation because the unbelievers, the wicked people, Karl Marx, Stalin, the communist, Hitler will manipulate our Christianity. But Christianity cannot be manipulated. Truth cannot be manipulated. It's beyond reach. It's secure. The one that secures is Jesus Christ. Look at that. It says, then would my servants fight that I should not be delivered to the just. It is secure. Because if it is God who protects it, if it is God that, holds it, nobody can destroy it. That is how secure is trust. Another thing, not only that it is divine, it's spiritual, it's secure, it's immaterial. Immaterial, it's not the things. Truth, it's not the things that you can see. In fact, there are some, there are some people that say that if the truth is material, I can make it subjective. And that is what is happening. We make it subjective today. But because it is immaterial, it cannot be subjected to materialism. It is an assurance. Look at that. How, in the last phrase of verse 36, but now is my kingdom not from hence. That's it. It's immaterial. We cannot grab it. We cannot hold it, and it's must. We cannot manipulate it. We cannot approve. We cannot improve it, or we cannot delay it or destroy it. Truth. That is why it is. The other name for truth is absolute. And we have the expression absolutely, truthfully. That is where the word absolute comes from. Why? It's beyond manipulation. It's immaterial, it's secure, it's spiritual, it's divine. Is it not a blessing, Christians? That we have Jesus as the truth. And he cannot be manipulated. And our salvation is rests on him. And that is why our salvation is secure. Is standing sure. No one can change it. No one can modify it. No one can edit it. It's secure. It's immaterial. It's divine. It is spiritual. That is trust. Next. What is the next? You know, what is the next now? So we have the R. The R is realistic. While it is transcendent, it's beyond manipulation. It is realistic. It's practical. It's practical. It's common sense. It's experiential. When we say common sense, that means that you can experience it. What are the five senses? We have the five senses. What? Seeing, tasting, smelling, hearing, feeling. 5 senses. Okay? Those are the 5 means of truth. That is, how can you obtain truth? How can you get truth? How can you gain truth through these 5 senses? See? It's practical. Look at verse 20. Verse 20. Look at the saying. I speak openly to the world. That is, when somebody speaks openly to the world, that means everybody sees it. That is Jesus. So, they have knowledge of Jesus. They have knowledge of the truth. Everybody saw him. The Jews themselves. And as Christians, if you are watching this, you know now what truth is. You can listen to me. You are listening to me. You are watching me that I'm explaining what the truth is. What is truth? I'm speaking open. See? That is saying, I speak openly to the world. And then, what is the next? It says, I ever taught in the synagogue and in the temple. What is that? If he ever, he ever taught in the synagogue and the temple, he was together with people. And chances are, he could have a taste of him, he could have a smell of him, he could have a touch of him. So those are the 5 senses. The 5 senses are present. It's realistic. Our Christianity is realistic. It's not only transcendent, it is realistic. You can actually know it. You can know the Bible. It is there. You can read the Bible. It is the Word of God. You can read the Bible if Jesus is God. You can read the Bible if what to do to get saved. It's in the Bible. It's realistic. It's you can see it, you can taste it, you can smell it, you can hear it. It says there, whether the Jews always resort. So the Jews, the people, can just smell where he was. Wherever he was, wherever Jesus was, he could smell. The Jews were there. They were around him. They could smell her whereabouts. So they know that Jesus was present during the time. So it's realistic. The truth is realistic. Now, why is it that Jesus is truth? The Bible says in John 46, open your Bible. I am the way, the truth, and the life. So, Jesus is the truth. And Pilate was just a dumb person. He didn't know the truth. That's why he asked the truth. When in fact the truth was speaking to him. Wow! And that is some Christians today, some even preachers. Some preachers are holding the Bibles, they are preaching the Word of God, and yet they have not known the truth. Because had you known the truth, you will not preach against repentance. You need to get into the truth so that you can read, you can teach repentance. And you need to get saved. Repentance is required, it precedes faith. You need the trust, the Lord Jesus Christ. Truth is realistic. And then we have verse 21. Look at it. Why askest thou me? That is hearing. See? Why askest thou me? And what is the next one? Ask them which heard me. Wow. That is hearing. That is clear as crystal. So knowledge, the 5 senses are actually the means of knowledge. They are the instrument, the tool where you get knowledge. When you go to school, how can you learn knowledge from your teacher? By looking at your teacher, he is teaching in front of you or beside you. And then he is instructing you. You are hearing him. So that is to know. Now, when I just remember when I was in year one that I don't know how to what do you call it, how to write W, and my W is an M, and I didn't realize that the M should be, you know, inverted. So when I wrote M, my teacher said, no, that's not W. That is an M. But I insisted, it's W. So what he did is hold my arm and then write together with my hand the W. And now it's no longer an M, it's an inverted M. It's W. And then I said, thank you. See? He touched me. That is the touching. That is you know, you can have knowledge of every 5 senses. You can have knowledge because those are the means of knowledge. Those are the tools. That is very, very practical, common sense, and experience. Truth is practical. And then, feeling. Behold, in verse 21, they know what I said. Wow. Jesus appeals. Look at that. Behold, they know what I said. The word know. He applies perception. Okay? Perception is feeling. That is why you have an expression. When you say something, do you think he's coming? I feel he is. You are actually telling that I know he is coming. I feel he is. Because it is perception. Your consciousness. You receive that knowledge, that truth from your 5 senses. And when you come to Jesus, these 5 senses are present. Oh, Pastor, I'm blind. Well, even if you are blind, you have a sense of touch. You have a sense of smell. You can smell the preacher. I don't know how I smell. You can feel him. You can hear him. Oh, Pastor, I'm deaf. Well, seldom deaf and dumb. I mean, deaf and blind. Not all of the 5 senses are, you know, are blocked from you. So you have still means of knowing the truth. The means of knowing the truth practically are the 5 senses. And Jesus, in this last one, he appeals to feeling, behold, they know what I said. In verse 21. So, what is truth? And now if you are looking at me, you are listening to me, you know the truth. And if you are an atheist, you cannot be excused from the truth. You will not say, oh, I don't know the truth. The reason why? You don't believe what I'm saying. You don't believe what the Bible teaches. That's why you don't know the truth, because you don't believe. Don't you know that there is, in what I call it, in believing the truth, first of all, you need to believe, to know. It is not to know and to believe. It's useless, it's meaningless. If you believe to know, it's meaningful. Because if you believe something and actually investigate what you believe and you find truth, that's very meaningful. But if you say this is a fact and then you believe, that is meaningless. Why bother looking for something when you know already it's a fact? That is, belief is a theory. You know that? Belief is a theory. That is where the scientists are. They become scientists because of theories. They need to prove the fact. The theory that it becomes a fact. So, if you are an atheist, you need to start on belief. You need to start to believe in Christ, and then you will find the truth. You will find fact. And you will become a Christian. The only reason why you do not like to become a Christian because you refuse the truth. And there are many people today that refuse the truth. That's why they have not arrived and they are done. They pretend to be knowledgeable, they pretend to be educated, but they are done. They don't know the truth. They don't know the Lord Jesus Christ. Next, we have you. T-R-U. What is truth? Truth is transcendent. Truth is realistic. And our truth is unsympathetic. Now, you have to underline this, because this is an important point. Unsympathetic, that means it doesn't sympathize. Look at verse 23. Jesus answered him, if I have spoken evil, bear witness of the evil. But if well, why smitest thou me? Say the essence of truth. Truth is objective. It doesn't have a feeling. It has only an intellect. And I'm thankful that even if he is not a Baptist, I'm thankful that the justice in Australia has been done to George Pilate, the Archbishop of the Catholic. He has been acquitted by the High Court of Australia. And I like his testimony. He has no, what do you call it? He has no problem of those who accused him. Wow! That is the essence of truth. Now, if you are emotional, you cannot be a good judge. If you are emotional, you can be a truth, because truth is not emotional. That is Jesus. Look at that. Look, I studied this verse. If I have spoken evil, bear witness of the evil. It doesn't care if I am God, if I am Jesus. It doesn't care if I am an ordinary man or I am the highest official, or I am God. If I did evil, then bear witness of the evil. That is objectivity. And that is very horrendous today, because truth is subjective. That means that my truth is only true to me, but not true to you. That is subjective truth. Why? Or your truth is true to you and not true to me? Do you know who propagated that kind of concept of truth? It is the John Dewey. It is the communist Karl Marx. It is Friedrich Hegel of Germany, the philosopher. They cannot, they classify truth as objective and subjective. But truth is always objective. That is the essence of justice. You will have no justice if you have no truth. If you have no truth, all subjective, you have all the injustices. If you have no objectivity, you have no standard. And it is a curse, and it is an unfortunate situation that some of the Baptist churches have no standards anymore. They are subjective. There is no objectivity. Truth is objective. Okay? It is impartial. Look at verse 20. If I have spoken evil, bear witness of the evil. That is impartiality. It is leading to no one. It doesn't side. It doesn't take sides. See? That is impartiality. And then, but if well, why is mighty coming? That is the essence of justice. If I did well, if I did not do wrong, why do you mock me? See? Why did you slap me? Why did you whip me? Why did you box me? Why did you kill me? Why did you criticize me? See? That is justice. Justice, the essence of justice is truth. Truth is at the foot of justice. You will never have justice without truth. That's why communism has no justice. It is based on their emotion. It is based on their ideology. It is not based on intellect. Remember, justice is based on intellect. It's intellectual thinking. It's not based on emotion. That's why a good justice has no emotion. And I thank God that those justices that acquitted Judge Pilate had no emotions. That's why what justice was, whatever was the evidence, that's it. They did not connect the emotions to the evidence. You know what happens? Even if there is evidence, there is the truth, if you connect your emotion to truth, you are in trouble. The result is misery. Because you will never decide. You will never decide according to truth. You will decide according to your own feelings, to your own justice. And your own justice is not as good as the justice based on truth. And then, number 3, impartiality, justice. Truth is unsympathetic because it is impartial, it is just, it is intellectual. I have already mentioned that intellectual, it is in the mind. It's not a feeling. Intellectual only happens in the mind, it occurs in the mind. It is reasoning. When you reason between right and wrong, that is intellectual. That is thinking. There is no feeling with it. And you can see, if you want to get rid of biases, if you want to get rid of partiality, you need to think and apply your intellectual thinking to decide. But if your decision is accompanied with feelings, with emotions, you are not partial. I mean, you cannot be impartial. You are partial. And then the last one is, but if well, why is mighty to me? We have reasoning. Jesus, you know, I am devastated when I see some Baptists do not like reasoning. They don't like philosophy. They don't like debate. Jesus reasons out. Look at his reasoning here. But if well, why is mighty to me? That is an argument. That is a follow-up argument when we say, praise. If I have spoken evil, bear witness of them. That's the first argument. And his conclusion is, but if well, why is mighty to me? That is reasoning. And don't you know that Christians have the power of reason? Why? Because we are created not dumb people. We are created as intellectual people. That's why we are capable to be educated. We are capable to be taught. We are capable to learn the truth. And if you are listening to this, you need to learn the truth. And then, meaning, the same, you can go back with that phrase, but it will, why is mighty thou me? God is expressing meaning or understanding. Do you know that truth has meaning? If you find nothing, no meaning, and you are living in a meaningless world, that means that you have been operating your life not in truth. You are operating outside of truth. You can just imagine if Judge Pilate, in his, in his crime, that he was charged, if those justices did not fix their mind on the evidences, but they allowed their feelings, and the feelings outside is to the person who accused him, because it has been discovered that almost all the priests of the Catholic Church have been abusing Galatians. Now, those are the allegations. But truth and allegation are two different things. You can allege, even the spiritual, you can allege them doing something. But you are wrong. If evidence will be presented. And we Christians should live and operate our lives according to truth. And don't you know there is life if there is truth? You are lifeless if there is no truth. There is no freedom if there is no cross. God says in John 8:32, I believe. Look at what it says in John 8:32. And ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. Wow! If you know the truth, you will be free. And if you are listening and watching this, you are not saved. You are not in the truth. You have been lied to. If you are lied to, if you have been, if you have been destroyed by someone, it's not the end of your life. You need to come to the truth. You need to operate your life in the truth to have meaning of your life. You need to receive Jesus as your Savior. And many of you today who are listening are Christians. And some of those are not Christians. Those Christians have gone to the cross, and they are in the cross. How about you? You are not saved. You need to go to the cross and accept Jesus as your Savior. It is a misery. It is horrible to be operating lives outside of the trust. We need to go to the trust. Truth is unsympathetic. Truth is transcendent. Truth is realistic. What else? Two more points. Truth is transparent. Wow. Truth is transparent. So you have truth, T-R-U-T. Okay? T-R-U-T. Truth is transparent. It doesn't hide. Folks, truth doesn't hide. If you really did something true, you have no place to hide. Truth is open. Look at verse 20. Back to verse 20 in our text. Jesus answered him, I speak openly to the world. Look at the word open. It's no secret. God operates in openness. You know what transparent means? See through. Have you seen dresses that are see-through? Have you seen jars that are see-through? Now we have a jar here with some peanuts inside. I can see the peanuts. That's why when I go to the kitchen, if I want to discipline myself not to eat peanuts, because peanuts is the next favorite from chocolate in my life, I actually close my eyes so that I cannot see the peanuts, because our jar is see-through, very transparent. I can see the truth of the peanut. A life that is open is trouble. Some people are deceptive because they are outside of the truth. And you can trust the person if he operates in truth. See? You can say it's transparent. That means there is sincerity and there is integrity in truth. Your sincerity, you are cordial. You are honest. When you possess integrity, that means you are honest, true, and true. If you say you are honest now, you are still honest after now, in the future, 2 weeks from now, 3 weeks from now, 1 year from now, and all in the future until you die, you are still honest. That is integrity. You are transparent. And then, transparency is public. Now, do you know, Christians, that our lives are public? You operate in public. Look at that verse that I have pointed out. I ever taught in the synagogue and in the temple where the Jews always resort. See? That means God was operating business of preaching and teaching the gospel publicly. It was public. It was not in secret. Our lives, if we want to be blessed by God, should be operated publicly. And if we are in the truth, we have nothing to be embarrassed, to hide. Do you know the reason why some Christians are secretive? There is something wrong that they are doing in their secrets of their lives. they don't want to divorce. Because if they are in the truth, they have nothing to worry. They have nothing to protect. Because they are operating in the trust. See? Public. And then, not only that transparency or trust is transparent because it's open, it's public, it's non-secretive life. Look at that verse really in the last place. And in secret have I said, how many? Nothing. See? Now, underline this phrase because the Illuminati, the Freemasonry, the Lodge, or the New World Order, they have an explanation that Jesus was the founder or one of the members of Illuminati, or he was the founder of Freemasonry. No, he is not. Because Freemasonry operates in secrets. There are lots of secrets in Freemasonry. Do you know why? Freemasonry started with communism. Freemasonry has something to do with Karl Marx's philosophy, Karl Marx's ideology. They are very destructive. There are lots of loopholes in Freemasonry. Jesus has no loopholes. He did not operate in secret. He said that in verse 20, last place, and in secret have I said nothing. See? He is not a secretive God. He is open. That's why truth is public, truth is open, truth is non-secretive. And Christians must operate in transparency. We have nothing to hide. And if you hide something, that means you are doing something wrong. You are doing something wicked. You have nothing to worry about if you are operating your life in the truth. Last, verse 37. Pilate therefore said unto him, Art thou a king then? Jesus answered, Thou sayest that I am a king. To this end was I born, and for this cause came I into the world, that I should bear witness unto the truth. Underline the word trust. Everyone that is of the truth heareth my voice. Look at that. How many times the word trust mentioned in that verse? Twice. There is consistency. Now, if you are in the trust, your life is consistent. It is harmonious. It is not inconsistent. You don't live Sunday holy and then Monday to Saturday wicked. Or Sunday you are in church and Monday to Saturday you are in the pubs. You are everywhere doing wickedness and righteousness and holiness. You are with the world Monday to Saturday and you are with God on Sunday. That doesn't happen like that. If you are in the trust, if you have been saved, you are in the trust, your life must be harmonious. Trust is harmonious. Trust, to be consistent, we have pragmatic consistency. You know what pragmatic means? It is experiential, practical. Your life is practical. You act every day. Your actions are consistent. Your actions are not inconsistent. Your actions don't include each other. They don't oppose each other. They are just flowing in one direction. That is in the direction of your Christianity. That is harmonious. Consistency or pragmatic consistency. Thou sayest that I am a king in verse 37. Now Pilate asked Are you a king then? Indeed, thou sayest. You know why Jesus said that? Thou sayest it? Because Pilate actually have been listening to him that he has been a king. According to which verse is it that says? Verse 36. Jesus said that he has a kingdom. So if he has a kingdom, my kingdom, it says, then he must be the king. There must be a king. And there is no other king that Pilate believed is Jesus. So that's why he said, are you being a king? That is consistency. And you know, by the way, if you are a Christian and living in an inconsistent life, do you know why your brothers and sisters and those who are faithful to God do not believe that what you are saying is true? It's because your testimony is not in one direction. It is confusing. It is in all directions. If you are a Christian, you will observe what God says. You will observe God's teaching in the Scriptures. You will live a holy life. A Christian must live in righteousness. A Christian must live a holy life. A Christian must win soul. A Christian must do travel. A Christian must do a ministry in the church. A Christian would be busy for the ministry of the Lord Jesus Christ. A Christian would be found reading his Bible. A Christian would be found witnessing to others. A Christian should be based on the Scriptures. That is real Christian. That is truth. Harmony. Second, a harmonious Christian, the truth, not only that there is pragmatic consistency, there is stubborn consistency. Look at verse 37. To this end, verse 37. To this end was I born, and for this cause came I into the world. Never mind the verse, because it is wrongly stated. It should be 37, verse 37. It says, to this end was I born, and for this cause came I into the world. That is stubborn consistency. He has a kingdom. He is a king then he was born to do the will of the Father. See? He was born of a virgin to do the will of his Father, the will of God. And this is an encouragement to us in our lives, Christians. Some of us are Christians, we claim born-again Christian, and we are not doing the will of God in our lives. See? Stubborn consistency. Even if the world says, do this, do that, your Christianity prevails always because you are very, very consistent with what God teaches in your life. You don't go with the crowd. You have a separate standard. The standard of the trust. See? Last, absolute consistency. Now, the Bible says in verse 27, everyone that is of the trust heareth my voice. Now, you know, that is a very good argument. In fact, if you will analyze that statement, you can actually judge someone if he claims to be Christian, if he is a Christian or not. Because that verse says, everyone that is of the truth hears my voice. It is just equivalent to John 10:27. My sheep hear my voice. And they know me. And I know them. And they follow me. See? That is stubborn consistency. That is absolute consistency. Everyone that hears God, everyone that reads the Bible, will not reject Jesus. If you are really a Christian and you hear this message, and if you are interested to become a Christian, if you are interested with the truth, I invite you to the truth. You will hear Jesus. You will believe in Jesus if you are interested in truth. Because the truth has an absolute consistency. If you say you are in truth, nothing that I have said, nothing that God has said, will be denied by your life. You will follow through and through what the Bible teaches. See? If, according every bird, the bird says, everyone that is of the truth heareth my voice. Are you in the truth? That is truth to truth correspondence. Now you are here. You are listening to this message. I have described what is truth. Truth is transparent. Truth is harmonious. Truth is realistic. Truth is transcendent. Truth is unsympathetic. What kind of truth are you looking for? We have the truth in Christ. Jesus said himself, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No man cometh unto the Father but by me, says John 14 verse 6. Would you accept Jesus' statement? Would you accept the truth? He is the way. You can never go anywhere if you have known the way. Jesus is the way. You will never know the truth not until you come to Jesus Christ. Would you open your heart to Jesus? And your life is meaningless, purposeless, miserable without Jesus, because He is the life. Would you come to Him? Would you bow your head and ask for forgiveness? Repent of your sin and come to Jesus and have faith in the Lord Jesus Christ. Would you? I pray that you will accept Jesus Christ now. Would you? Now, if you are a Christian, you have not met the requirement of the truth. You have not met the requirement that the truth is transcendent, that the truth is realistic, that the truth is unsympathetic, that the truth is transparent. You are hideous. You are not operating your life in transparency. God can see anyhow, anywhere, anytime, your life. Why not anyway be transparent? That is the truth. And then you are operating life without harmony. Would you please bow down, just kneel down where you are, watching this preaching, and ask God for forgiveness. Repent. Come back to God. If you have not been attending the church for a while, why not dedicate your life right where you are now, watching me? Bow down in front of God and ask God for forgiveness, that God will give you a life based on the trust. That you will operate your life in the trust. It's a misery if you are outside the trust. If you are operating, spending your life outside of the trust. Would you bow your head? Heavenly Father, thank you for this message. Thank you, Lord, for your faithfulness through your word. Thank you for the trust. Thank you, Lord, for giving us the meaning of the trust. Thank you for the characteristics, Lord, that you have given us. Lord, I pray for these Christians who are now under knees, asking for forgiveness. to operate their lives in the trust. And I pray, oh God, for those Christians and non-Christians, Lord, are backsliders. Many Christians that are backsliders, considering to get back to the trust. And those who are non-Christians, Lord, they want to be Christian, they want to be born again. I pray, God, to me, open their hearts and their minds to accept the trust, to repent of their sins, and trust us, dear Lord and Savior. Lord, help them to be converted, Lord, and converted now, and become a newly born again Christian. Lord, thank you for this message. Thank you, Lord, for the listeners and watchers online. Thank you for this Christian. Lord, I pray that you may bless them to walk in righteousness and holiness in their lives. Lord, thank you for the progress, and I can preach to them these messages. And I commit all these things to you, and it's to you. In the name of Jesus Christ, I pray. Amen. See you on at 5 o'clock. Okay? See you today, not on Sunday, but today. Okay? Well, see you on Sunday, but we have still 5 o'clock online today.